great view from across the water, looking at a majestic Motor City skyline. Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast from suburban Detroit. We are live at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Villanueva against Williams. Here's Bynum, and he hits it to tie the game up.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Jefferson. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by Detome. Here's Mr. Clutch. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Passes it to Caldwell Pope.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, really a promising young roster for the Utah Jazz team, guys. A lot of blue-chip talent there. I think in a couple of years, and this team has a chance to be one of the best in the West.
And he sinks the second. And you got to give this Utah front office a lot of credit. You're right, Clark. They've only missed the playoffs 5 times in the last 30 seasons. Steve, that is a remarkable run.
What I like about Utah, too, Kevin, is that they seem to stay ahead of the curve. They make moves while they still have leverage. Dealing Carlos Boozer, Kirilenko, Deron Williams. So they've done a good job of getting value, getting assets, and continuing to look ahead.
Thomas with the steal. And now running up the court, Rush pushing it all the way. And he banks in the layup. Rush has got his first points of the night.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
Now here's Bynum, guarded closely. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Lucas is checked in for Mr. Clutch. Monroe with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin?
Disgusting.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Josh Smith and Greg Monroe at the 3 and 4. Chauncey Billups out there with Jennings. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit right now.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jennings dishes to Monroe from the baseline, and it's blocked by Cantor. And here is Burke. His last outing, he had 8 points. Dishes it to Cantor. The jump hook, and Utah again with the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
But great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
The drive by Jennings. Shot's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that. You know, if you're not a big, strong guard in the NBA, it can be tough going in the paint. But for Brandon Jennings, you know, he's got that floater in the lane, and that's what's allowed him, despite his slight frame, to be able to score in the paint.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and Drummond throws it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And you know, going back to Jennings, so fast, incredibly explosive. He can really, Clark, get into the lane.
Yeah, but you know, he struggled finishing at the rim. Some of that because of his size. Not really a physically imposing guy. Developing that floater and learning to avoid NBA shot blockers is something that he has to continue to develop.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Good on the shot. Jennings has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
Well, they were shooting well early on. I like their spacing and their offensive flow. I think they need to get back to that.
And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Mr. Clutch. And the Jazz lead by 6. It's Jennings with the drive. Smith outside. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. 7 points for Josh Smith.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And a tight game here as we end the first half.
Thanks, Kev. Here with Coach Tyrone Corbin. And, Coach, I know you like what you've seen out here to this point. But
now, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Detroit needs to do a better job guarding against Burke.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Mr. Clutch, he's in at the point. Rush out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's Thomas. And it's Clark in at the shooting guard position. Low block shot. Here's Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. The Jazz, number 1. In 4th, the Pistons.
Because of the way these teams defend, Kevin, both of them can be competitive against any team in the league with that scratch-your-eyes-out defense.
And the Jazz making a change here. Favors is checked in.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
And Villanueva kicks to Singler. The feed now to Villanueva. 5 on the clock. Pass to Caldwell Pope. 3-pointer, and he gets the bucket. Caldwell Pope's got 7.
He's a lights-out shooter with deep range and a quick release. This guy can really fill it up from the outside.
In the gym range, we call that, Steve. Anywhere in the building, kind of like you in your playing days. He's a decent ball handler, still developing in that area. But he can hit shots off the dribble, too, in a pull-up fashion. You love that. Outstanding athleticism. He's more than just a spot-up shooter. This guy has a lot of game.
Here's Villanueva. Again, the Pistons score.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Here's Mr. Clutch. They grab their own miss. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Clark, the pass to Mr. Clutch. He kicks it to Rush. Tries again. Good. Rush has got his second bucket tonight. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Bynum. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And the pass to Caldwell Pope. Bangs home the trifecta. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 6 now for Detroit. Here's Lucas. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. The Pistons on top, up by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
on tap next Monday, January 20th. Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors go on the road to do battle with the Charlotte Bobcats. Live from Charlotte.
And a moment now to take a look at our State Farm assist of the game. With 6 in the game, he lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the Pistons making a change here. Jennings is checked in. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings out there with Chauncey Billups. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Good game for Mr. Clutch. He has 11 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Good on the second free throw.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might hurt. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
The Pistons leading. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Here's Drummond. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Burke, the pass to Mr. Clutch. And a miss there on the triple. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Suns. Jennings dishes to Monroe. Kicks it to Billups. The 3. Utah with the rebound. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Can't hit. And it's Detroit the other way. And now the Pistons fast break. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, rebounding and second chance opportunities have been a huge factor in this game.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. When you think of the Detroit Pistons, you always think back to some of the big powerhouse championship teams of the late 80s or early 2000s when they won titles as well. They've always been a team to contend with, but fans are being put through a pretty good test here as they rebuild. Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show, and the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Another season for Detroit and another year that their fans would like to forget. Steve, they were one of the younger teams in the league last season, and you can expect a team so young to take some lumps.
Oh, for sure. But there's some good young talent. Monroe, Drummond, of course, they signed Josh Smith, and this is a team that has plenty of ability, and they're trying to put it together now this year.
It's back to Jennings. Blocked. And he gets it to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
And that one's good. 14 points for Mr. Clutch. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Pass to Drummond. Knocks it loose. Now Cantor. Here's Mr. Clutch. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be. Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Tyrone Corbin had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And in rush, he's checked in for the Jazz. It's Jennings with the drive, and the basket good. And the Pistons lead by 10.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Mr. Clutch connects on the foul line jumper. Mr. Clutch has got 5 points now this quarter. The Pistons have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a performance from Jennings here. 12 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Favors. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
Puts it up from 12. Here's Drummond. They shoot again. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Jazz trail by 6.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
I don't like throwing up long-range threes at this point. You've got to get better looks to try to close this gap.
Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Cantor. Craig Monroe with the rebound. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Now here's Jennings. Defense right on him. Monroe with it. Favors picks him up. Just 5 on the clock. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Monroe. And it's a 10-point Piston lead. Utah's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Detroit's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Outside Jennings. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. So the Pistons take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Josh, congratulations on the win.
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all of our players. So, how you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
I mean, everything's going great. The guys are great. Coach is great. I'm great.
You are.
Man, do you know Bob from maintenance?
Yeah, I do. He's a good man. You know, tomorrow's his birthday.
What?
Yeah, don't forget to wish him a happy birthday when you see him in the hallway.
I will definitely not forget to do that.
And ask him to come by and clean my windows.
That's what I was just going to say,
Dude, I'm
man.
telling you, I've been working on it, and he's been pretty busy, though, with stuff, so.
You're the boss,
I
man.
know. Well, I'm a nice boss, so.
It's crazy.
That's the thing, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, coach just buzzed me a couple seconds ago. You're late for practice, so you better get down there.